Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to today's live stream, where we are going to be doing our champs for the Unbreakables promo. Now, I've been busy over the weekend, pretty busy, which means I've not really seen much at all of the Unbreakables promo. So, I don't really know how excited and everything I should be of potentially packing any of them from our rewards. But we're going to do our champs today. However, before champs, I do need to finish off some gauntlet stuff. Now, the gauntlet finishes today at 6 p.m. Our opponent in this game has decided that once they went 3-2 down, they were just going to play the rest of the game by not playing. And I guess maybe they don't want to leave. They want to make it as a game ticked off out of their 12, and they've scored in it as well. So, pretty surprising because they were winning. But yeah, as soon as I went 3-2 up, they've just decided to do this. So, lovely. Beza, hello. Rob, hello. I am doing very well. But yeah, Friday, we had my girlfriend's work's Christmas party. That was really, really good. And then on Saturday, obviously, we were playing at home to Ipswich. And I also had a meal, a Christmas meal out with our mates. And that was really, really good as well. Yesterday, we did stream a watch-along for the Newcastle-Sunderland game on the football accounts, which means we got to 10k followers and we are now officially monetized. So even if it's just a few pounds every month, that is still now some bonus extra income that is now going to happen due to getting monetized on there, which is awesome. So very, very happy about that. But it means that I've not really looked at anything. I think I hopped on to see if any SBCs or objectives or anything ended, or Evos, and I don't think anything did that I cared about, so that's that. But the Gauntlet objective does end at 6 p.m. today, so I've just got to play some Gauntlet and then we'll get into our champs. You're grateful Leicester's given Antonio an opportunity to train. Yeah, I'm really surprised he's training with us, though. Unless there's been some kind of agreement that if he can hit certain fitness levels or something, then we'll agree to sign him on a free, then I'd be really, really surprised that it'd be with us and not with you. But yeah, maybe he's had some kind of guarantees. Or circumstantial guarantees. Ben, hello, you weren't fussed about this gauntlet? I haven't been massively, but I can get it done before 6 o'clock, so hell yeah. Carlos, hello on TikTok. Hopefully you're doing well. Did I see that we got a free hero which gets upgraded? I did see that the free heroes existed. I didn't know that they got upgraded, and I haven't opened mine up yet. I thought I'll save that for stream. I'm assuming it's just a pack in store that's just there. Probably also help with the facilities Leicester can offer. Yeah, it's true. Our training facilities are state of the art, to be fair. Oh, God, it feels like games go on forever when you're not actually having to play, don't they? How do the upgrades work for these heroes? Is it just after a certain amount of time they go up? Or is it linked to anything like a lot of live cards? Well, I mean, I'll take the win in this one, but as I say, Jesus, it feels like these halves go so slow when you're basically just sat waiting for it to end. Come on! How are you even adding on a minute? Team of the year, they get upgraded, apparently. Do we know what their upgrades are? or we just know that they will get upgraded. Like, for example, with the icons at the start of the year, we knew what their upgraded stats and ratings, etc. would be. Do we know that for these cards? Or nah? Because, yeah, I saw that they came out and that they didn't get leaked, which was kind of crazy. Right, we need to win one more game. We need to play 5 more. Okay, let's hope that we can get a couple of games where our opponents leave. Oh, and you know what? Should we do this now? Oh. Okay. There it is. Classic 11 Hero Player Pack. I guess then we'll open this bad boy up and see who we get. Now, even though I know that these exist, I don't know who I'm hoping for here. So let's have a little look. Leicester seems to be in a decent run of form at the moment. It's okay. It's not too bad. I mean, we should have won away at Bristol. Where are we going? Not yesterday, the day before. I mean, our results now... I mean, run of form meaning 3 games, yeah. We beat Derby away 3-1. I was at that one. Then we should have beat Bristol City. We were 2-0 up away from home and ended up drawing. But then we did beat Ipswich 3-1 at home. So, yeah, we're starting the same team basically every week. Like, it's not being completely chopped and changed, which I think massively helps. So hopefully now, yeah, we can just keep that run going. Our next game, we play against QPR away on the 20th. So we'll see how that goes. Right, where am I going then? I am looking for Classic 11 Heroes. So these are the cards. We got Harry Kewell. Well, let's quickly go back to my team. So, and see which ones would fit and which wouldn't. So Kewell as a cam. Would he be better than Griezmann? Maybe. Okay. Company. Would he be better than Marquinhos? Probably. Zé Roberto could either go left back or centre mid. I mean, there's a world where we could move like Kachawi to cam. Shooting's just... I'd need to get like a better version of her, or Evo her, wouldn't I? She doesn't have any shooting play styles. Oh, I'd love to keep her in the team, but Zé Roberto would probably be a better centre mid than her. I mean, he looks very similar, in fact. He just has better defending and physicals. Okay. Marquisio, again, would be potentially an option there in CM or CDM. We could even, if I wanted to, move Booba back into centre-back instead of Marquinhos. Forlan, I'd give Forlan a go. Matuidi would have to go in, right? Although, Tiki-Taka Plus on a DM is not really what you care about. Mario Gomez, we could try him out. I don't imagine he's insane. Power shot, as we've seen from Jamie. Tim Howard, again, I'd give him a go over Donnarumma. Viali, 3-star, 4-star. Guti looks like a slower version of Kachawi, basically. And then Papan, low-driven plus. So, if these were on the market, who would be the most expensive? Company, Matuidi. Then I'm not sure after that. I don't really know who I'd want the most here. Forlan would be pretty damn good. Forlan, Matuidi, Company. Kewell would work because he can play cam. Marquisio Zeriberto. I don't really want Pap. I mean, Papam wouldn't be the end of the world, but he's got 3-star skills. Guti doesn't really improve my team, I don't think. I don't think Viali does. Howard would be fine. Gomez, okay. So you say they get upgraded during Team of the Year. I asked someone else, but I don't know if they didn't hear or didn't answer. Does anybody know? Do we know with these cards what their upgrades are? Like, if I get Papan here, do I know what his card will be during Team of the Year? Can I find that out? Or do we just know there is an upgrade incoming, but we'll have to wait and see what those ratings and stats are going to be? Have they shown that stuff? Also, what is this music thing popping up? I don't have the music turned on. I shouldn't do. What is that all about? Please tell me that that is not on. No, it's not on. Disable all music for streaming purposes. Exactly, so why is that on the screen? Enable, disable the music Chiron that provides details. I mean, why is that even popping on if there isn't any music on? Okay. Sure, we'll turn it off anyway, just so it's not in the way. How do cornerstones work? Your shell-in is 1 mil now. How do cornerstones work? Shell-in. It's a Thunderstruck. It's not a cornerstones. Thunderstrucks can get upgraded. And you go on the card and it will tell you what they need to do to get upgraded. Okay, it's on EA's Instagram. It shows them being upgraded into a Team of the Year hero. But we don't know the stats. Okay. So there's a world, even if you get one that doesn't seem incredible right now, that it could become pretty good. Okay, well, there's no point like stat revealing or anything like that because there's just not enough cards that it can be that it would probably be given away with like the first set of stats. So let's see who we get and hope that it's one of the ones that I'd be down to try out that fit in the squad. I'm going to guess, though, that's not going to happen, and I'm going to get Viali. Here we go. Well, well, well. That is not the case. We get what looks like one of the good ones. Diego Forlan. Okay. Well, let's look at his playstars and let's look at his in-game stats. But he does look pretty decent, I can't lie. Let's have a look, Diego. So, double 4-star while 5'11" is nice. Striker and left wing is nice. Pace is good. Shooting's great. Passing is fine. Dribbling's decent. Physicals are okay. Oh, okay. The playstars aren't incredible. Is that the case for all of them, though? Like Matuidi. And Matuidi has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base and then 1 plus. What about someone like Mario Gomez? Mario Gomez has 5 and then a plus. Harry Kewell has 6 and then a plus. Okay. Well, I feel like Forlan's Advanced Forward plus plus as well is good. I feel like if he had one of the pace playstyles and technical, he'd be a level above. However, he does look pretty good. Now, I'm down to try him out. We can obviously whack him in one of our gauntlet teams, which we're currently playing before we start champs. Oh god, I really need to get into that, don't I? Right, let's go. Quick. So yeah, we can whack him into a gauntlet team. Which team has the worst strike force? I mean, you're on no chem. Can you play cam? No. Oh, let's just play. He's not a good one. You got company. That's really good. Zeroberto looks decent as well. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let me quickly look at Viali's card. So yeah, Viali is similar. Worse passing. What is the, like, thumbs up ratio on Forlan? 82% upvoted? I guess just because he's got Finesse Plus and everybody loves that playstyle. Also, double 4-star is the best out of all of the forward players that you can get. You've got Papan with 3-4, Guti's 4-3, Viali's 3-4, Gomez is 3-4, and Harry Kuehl is 4-3. So, in that regards, not bad. Right, we finally actually get someone that doesn't leave immediately. That's good. So, my question to you guys is, who did you get from your Hero 1, and have you tried them out? We're looking for thoughts and reviews on each of these cards. I know Gary has said he got Forlan and he really likes him because he makes some, like, his attacking movements really, really good. Who else? Who else have you guys managed to get, and what are your thoughts on them? Also, have you packed any Unbreakable cards that are more than like 20k, and are they any good? Because yeah, I've been away from the game since Thursday, so I've not really seen a lot of the cards. I don't think I even really looked at the normally I look at the standard, like, leak picture of, here's all of the cards coming to Unbreakables this week. I didn't even look at that, so I don't know who's in it. Which is probably not great, considering I'm supposed to be recording with Tom tomorrow morning, and I'm probably going to have to put at least one of them in my team as part of that video, so maybe I should have a look. Who we've got available. Oh. Howard does the job. Yeah, he looks decent. I'm intrigued to see how much of an upgrade they're going to get. If they're turning into Team of the Year heroes. Oh, I thought the finesse was just going to be too good. Considering he's on 0 chem as well. Alvarez is still pretty solid. Bang. Sit down. I don't know why I've still got base Kanate in this gauntlet team. There is no world where he is one of my, what would it be, 6 best centre-backs in my club. I mean, this is an absolute battering. Yourself and a few mates have said they've been feeling a delay on this game when performing passes and stuff. I don't know if I'd say that I feel I have button delay. Sometimes players do feel a bit heavy, but I don't really know how to describe it, because a lot of the time when you would describe someone as feeling heavy when you're using them, it would feel like delay. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like everything I'm doing has delay. So I can't describe it as that. Oh my god. But yeah, there are times where it's like, come on, what are you doing? Hurry up. Unfortunately, though, like, it just feels like things have fallen away a little bit in the last month or so in terms of the gameplay and everything like that, which is why you've not been seeing crazy long consistent streams, because it's not even necessarily the gameplay itself either. It's the meta and the way that everybody plays is just so boring. that it's hard to get really excited to hop on and play a load of games and do all of the objectives and everything like that when you know that the vast majority of people you're going to come up against are playing in this, the 4-5-1, and everyone's got tiki-taka plus in midfield, and they're just pinging it around, and then, oh, double tap through ball, oh, they're through on goal, oh no, wait, they're going to spin round in circles 15 times, oh, they're going to defend with their CDM the whole game, just the same so often. It just makes it significantly less enjoyable to play. It's like, I always try and compare this game to other stuff like COD, for example. COD, you could be having a really, really good time. You could enjoy all of the maps, you could enjoy the way that the game feels, the gunplay, everything like that. But then, if a meta comes out where everybody is just running around with the same gun, and it's like that in every single game, regardless of what map you're on, regardless of what game mode you're playing, it's just going to be a bit dull. And unfortunately, that is how I would describe the experience on this game right now. Due to the fact that they're refusing to change the AI defending, I can't really get like, I'm playing all of my champs on stream today, right? Once we've finished off these gauntlet games, I'll be hopping onto my champs. I'm not looking forward to it because I know the kind of people that I'm going to come up against. And sadly, with champs, I also know pretty much how many wins I'm going to get ahead of time. Because of the way matchmaking works and the way everyone plays, you very, very rarely, like insanely rarely, get an outlier. If I don't get 10 to 12 wins, it would be surprising. There is a world I get 9, but to get 8 or 13 is nearly impossible. And I don't like that. You're on 10 millisecond ping, and the gameplay most days has felt fat, if you get me. Still like the game, but you feel like it's turning back to the last game with some fat gameplay. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Which is really not what you want to see. Also, by the way, nobody in chat said they packed a decent Unbreakable. I don't know if people just haven't been opening packs for them, or if pack luck is just, like, the weight is in the mud. How have I not been fouled by either of those players? Like, the defenders pulled me back as I've tried to do a skill move, and then the goalies just barged through the back of me to get the ball. It's fine, though. Apparently it's fine. I mean, what a... Ugh, Jesus. It'd be hard to fit an Unbreakable in your team unless it's a top one. Well, we're not going to lose this game, so we might as well have a little look at some of these Unbreakables that are currently in packs. I mean, we've got 5 goals to hang on to for the next 40 minutes. So let's have a little look. Vidic, 1.4 mil. Dear God. Zanetti's 400k. I mean, I guess if you use him in midfield, that tiki-taka plus is going to be really good. Mo Salah, Neuer, only 86. Ericsson is back with a bang. Bunny Shaw, who scored a hat-trick over the weekend, so chance she's going to be in Team of the Week. She absolutely slapped, I think it was Aston Villa. Farrah Williams, she's really good every year. She's underrated. I mean, that card less than 100k is mad. Camavinga. Saka. That's such an expensive card, but he has got double 4-star now, I guess. Dejan Lovren's back, 11k. Joelinton, is that Enforcer Plus? 95 physical. Jesus Christ. Linda Caicedo. Okay. Iñaki Williams with low driven plus. Okay. This person scored a third goal. Daley Blind looks okay. Modric looks like he could be really good. Henrik Larsson, okay. Pires, finesse, not bad. You'd actually not mind getting that Pires, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to have to start playing again soon. This person's brought it back to 6-4, and now there's 25 minutes left. Alan Shearer with low driven plus, double 4-star. Okay. Jimenez, not bad. Swanson, not bad. Mane, pretty good. Diaz, pretty good. Pickett, no one's going to use her. Riquelme, 210k. Oh, right, okay. We're going to have to come back to that and keep playing because they have scored a load of goals in this second half. So, we have to pay a bit of attention. Otherwise, we will end up losing. Actually, I don't even know if I need to win, to be honest. I can't remember if I've got, like, one win left to get on that bonus objective. I might do... That is not what I pressed. Okay. That is sadly a sentence that I've been saying a lot more recently as well with this game. That is not what I pressed. That hasn't really been a thing in FC 26. It was obviously a major thing last year. And a lot of that is down to the delay. Oh my god, okay, yeah, we really need to keep properly playing now. As I say, I don't think it actually matters. What is going on there? I don't think it matters. Because I think I may have already got all the wins, but... Doing the SBC for either Garrincha or Dalglish. One for the past now team, which is Dalglish. Nice! Oh. What else have we got in there? We got Carlos Tevez, who's 400k. Guirassi. Imade. Trincao. A couple of just really, really cheap cards. Kanu is 15k. Feels like you have to... I don't know if there's been a Kanu card in the game that has been more than basically discard value since they brought him in. Like, even... Didn't he get like a 97 footies that was still just... No. No one cared. Surely that's a corner. Right, so have I been fouled? What's happened there? That's the hard thing about a past and present team. If you support a top 6 club, it's expensive. It is, but you also get tons of cards rather than only being able to get players via evolutions, which is the case for 99% of the other teams. Anyone on the final page worth more than 10k? No. And I don't think there's any Leicester past and present players in there. Sadly. But that's okay. If things are true about United going back to 4-3-3, you're going to go. What do you mean you're going to go? Footy's Kanu card was good. Came out at the same time as R9. Repeatable pack grind, making him irrelevant. I mean, unless you are basically a top of the range cards during footies, you are going to be pretty irrelevant. There's just so many. Nearly finished your Christmas shopping? Nice! I am still currently in the process of sorting out the calendar for me and the goof. I need to order that by the 17th. Should be done. Okay, lovely. Crazy, you don't know why TikTok's blocking that out. You're going to have to reword whatever you were going to... Oh, you're going to go mental. Right. I just didn't read the last word. That makes a bit more... Wait. I'm assuming in like a positive mental way. Right, there's our 6 wins. We need 4 more games in 45 minutes. Oh, God. Okay, we kind of need a rage quit here. To be honest with you. We kind of need a rage quit. What we need is people that have played they're 12 games and they're just going for wins and they go like 1-0 down and they're just like, okay, no, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, Christmas is so close. I've got another Christmas meal next Monday. I'm going over to my girlfriend's family this Saturday to do Christmassy stuff with some of them. And then Christmas Eve, we'll go to the pub, which is just tradition. Christmas Day, we're going over to my girlfriend's family this year. And then Boxing Day is going to be spent with mine. And we've got football on Boxing Day. Oh. So that should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and on Christmas Day, I might also go around my sister's for a bit. Bang it, Jamie! In a different mental way, because Amarim said he's not going to change the 3-4-3, so why go to 4-3-3 now? I would agree. Like, if you were actually open to changing your formation, why didn't you do it like a year ago? Why wouldn't you have done it before you had a chance to even buy like some of the players that he could in the summer that he thought would fit the system and everything? Surely you would have changed it back then. Not now. Oh, and there is that Forlan. Yep, that's not missing. Pigs in blanket. Why aren't pigs in blankets more of a year-round thing? I feel like once we get our own house, I'm going to make that sort of a year-round staple when it comes to my cooking. Surely he can't backtrack at this point. He needs to see out the 3-4-3 and either find glory or die on his sword. Exactly. It doesn't make sense to have stuck with it and committed for so long to then just give up. Especially when they've actually like had some better results with it as well and have been finding a bit more success. Why would you then change it rather than changing it when it simply wasn't working at all and you weren't winning any games? Oh, God. Yeah, we really, really need somebody to leave. Is it because we're losing 3 players to AFCON this month? Shouldn't be. Oh, Jesus. Because who are you losing? Waymo, Ahmad, and who else? Who am I forgetting about? I mean, yeah, this connection doesn't feel good. Grange, exactly, like, I don't understand it. Everybody seems to absolutely love pigs and blankets, and yet they're only around at Christmas. I don't understand. I mean, this person's not going to leave, are they? Do we just try and sit with the ball to end the game as quick as possible? Mazraoui. Oh, okay. I mean, you have enough players to fill those positions, though. It's not as if you're losing 3 right wing backs and a left wing back or something like that. So okay. 3 minutes half, so 6 minutes a game. There is no world where the gauntlet is 3 minute half. No chance. I'm not even sure it's 4 minute halves. It might be 6. What message does it send changing? Oh, Jesus. Couldn't switch. What's happened to this game? Seriously. That's such a shoddy run. That's not who that was supposed to go to. Oh, man, it's just not great, is it, really? Right now. The players are untouchable. He now has no philosophy, which is worse. Yeah, exactly. It's just shocking all round, isn't it, if it changes? GG's on the TikTok milestone. Thank you! Yes! It's very, very nice to just get it done and dusted. So now we can just upload. Again, try and put some more time into it, and it actually be justified. I mean, our first video in the creator network got 10k views, or just under, so it's a good start. That could be like an extra £1 that I didn't have. I could pay for some sweets that I've bought someone for Christmas. Oh, it wasn't for Nedved. Jesus, man. Who's the better cook out of me and my girlfriend? Well, depends who you ask. Huh. I don't mind cooking. I just haven't done a massive variety of it over the years. But I enjoy it when I do it. Oh, Jesus, man. Seriously, what is going on? What's happened to the game that I loved? Oh, he's offside. It was unbelievable defending. United have had the players to play 4-3-3 since Amarim came in. Yes, of course. But he's decided to not use them in that way. So yeah, switching to it now would just be bizarre. Oh, it's a funny game, isn't it? It's a funny old game. Anyone on iPhone who hates the new update layout? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Callum, hello. Yeah, it's been an amazing year. Speaking of, now I still haven't decided which channel I'll put it up on. I decided to make a transition in a video that was coming out. The Florida/MLS vlog is going to be turned into a full 2025 mega vlog of everything that's gone on this year. Loads of football. Loads of concerts, the Florida trip, and anything and everything in between to properly look back at it all in one thing. And then maybe I'll do like a trimmed, just trim the Florida part to its own video. Oh, get out the way! Why are you just running in the same place as me? This is horrible right now. This is not fun to play. This is grim. More like games, that one's more like real life content. I agree. But it would probably get more views on this account. Is the thing. Because I could even do like a little talky bit at the start and end of like the work that we've put into the different channels and everything this year as well. And like the milestone of hitting 10k on the football TikTok account can be part of it. It's like a full year in review. Are you offside? No. Wow. Would I say this year has been my best for YouTube? No. Not even close. FIFA 17 through 18 were really good. FIFA 20 year, obviously with lockdown, was obviously great because so many people were just at home with nothing else to do, and so they just watch stuff. It's been better than some other years, absolutely, but it's not been the best. Right, quick, score! I don't want to go to extra time. Get that ball up there. What are you doing? There's not going to be enough time to score an own goal. Oh, there is. Okay. Not playing extra time. The apps and all that look different. Have you only just got like iOS 18 and got like the liquid glass and everything? I can tell you it looked significantly worse when the first beta of it came out. And now it's still not good, but it's better. I don't think we're going to get this done in time. I say, we need someone to leave. I think is the only way this finishes in time. Actually, does it even go past 5:30? It might not. It might not. So maybe we get all but one of the objective stuff done. We'll see. TikTok this year is a joke, or the updates they had. Not entirely sure what you're referring to. I don't really know what's changed that much this year on TikTok. TikTok! Enjoyed the old champ streams without constant promos. Same! Back when the competitive part of the game was actually more fun, because it wasn't just, oh my god, everyone's using the exact same meta, tactics, formation, players in every single game. I thought he missed. Oh. I thought he put that wide. And I was about to slate him for it, but then he started celebrating. Or was the net tension just like really high and so it didn't move? That was very odd to see. We're going to have a little look at that. I did see John Cena tapped out of his final thing. GG. Never really my thing, but of course he is one of the few that I think even if you don't really have any interest in it, you know him. That's huge. That is actually huge. Right. If it goes past half-past, then we can get it done. Yeah. I thought he put this wide. So why did I think that? He didn't. Oh. Because the ball went through the net. Or no, the ball reacted as if it was slowed down by a net, but the net didn't move. I knew something wasn't right there, which is why I thought he missed. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, Finley, what do you mean about the updates? What kind of updates? Hogwarts Legacy is amazing, yes. I believe it's currently free on the Epic Store, or is going to be free. Check that out. The event ends in 28 minutes. We do have time. Quick! Go! James, nice. Who said that they'd started Outer Worlds 2? How long have you played? Have you been enjoying it? I've been playing quite a bit more of Pokemon off stream. I've been making some good progress through the story on that. It's been good. I caught a couple of shinies yesterday. You'll have loved to see it. So that's pretty good. Right, let's go. Ooh. Bosh. Oh. Dream would have been that they left as well, just to make sure, because I guess you never know. 2 games in 28 minutes. Oh, are they going to leave? If we put that in, please leave. Yes! Okay, we will get this objective done in time then. Easy. Gary, no, you'll probably get destroyed. You playing Outer Worlds since Friday, loving it so far. Nice. You love to see it. We do love to see the rage quits, yep. Means that we actually get our objective done. And there's a world I could even get my first game of Champs done before 6 o'clock as well. We'll see. I have absolutely no idea if there's like stuff leaked right now that's coming out today or anything like that this week. No idea. Man, the TikTok streams just crazy on this game. How dead TikTok is compared to like the watch-alongs. We've got a player lock canceller. You know what? I will happily sacrifice a tiny bit of my own time in order to leave this game. Happily. You're cancelling player locks in the gauntlet. Like, get a life. Can't be bothered. I don't even need to win. I literally just need to play a game in the next 25 minutes. But I ain't playing against that. Just can't be bothered. I can't be... Oh, and now they're inviting me to a party. To slag me off, no doubt, for leaving at 0-0. Stop being a little sweat lord, would be the response. Oh, there's a lot to Outer Worlds too. Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm really, really looking forward to hopefully getting a sequel to Avowed. Because I thought Avowed was really, really good. I would be very interested in a sequel to that one. 100%ed that game. It was great. Oh, the double McGeady. Nearly. Not quite. Not quite. It's not going to be an easy win in this last game, unfortunately. Do I ever think swaps could come back? They could, but I don't see the point. I would imagine the reason why they got rid of swaps was 2 reasons. Or main 2 factors. What? One, there wasn't much point in about 80% of the options from swaps. If you had like 12 pack options and 3 icon options, for example, or players, there were only a couple of combinations that people ever took. And so it just wasn't worth doing it. When you could just give those packs or players as SBCs or something like that. Or the alternative is you turn it into a paid season pass, where you can sometimes have choices. So when you get to level 40, instead of taking Rodrigo like I did, you could have taken a pack, which is the equivalent of the swaps. So I think it's a combination of it not being worth creating all the options when people just didn't take them, and then also turning it into a season pass, which they can charge for. Oh, for God's sake. Remember, people didn't take Hullet over fodder packs. I mean, that would have really depended on the time of year. But maybe that happened at some point. But there were only specific icons that people took. Like, I think one year it was Rio. That was just a really popular one. And it just becomes so samey. Like, there's some icons in there that even though they're cheap, people just don't take them because of the way that they've, like, numbered how many tokens you get and stuff like that. That instead, it's easier to just turn everything into SBCs, Season Pass, or normal objectives instead of complicating it with swaps. I don't think there's a need for it. I feel like people overhype swaps and what it brought to the game. But not gonna lie, nowadays would be massively different because of Evos. People would take the icons for future Evos over packs. I don't think they would. I really don't think they would. Because, let's say Gattuso is in icon swaps. Nobody has any idea how long it will take before Gattuso fits into an Evo that makes him good, let alone great. Rather than, oh, I could take like an 85 times 10 ready for the new promo. People will take that pack. You seem to overestimate how interesting people are on this game. Look at who people put into 99% of Evos. It's just whatever the most meta choice is. The most meta choice for an Evo that Gattuso fits in probably won't be Gattuso. And so people would then just go and use whatever the other card is. Maybe it's like the Cornerstones or whatever it is, Kefren Turam. There'd be some people out there, sure. But the vast majority of people don't have an interest in that kind of thing to make it worth bringing them back. I think it was a cool idea that the execution just wasn't good enough. Because they basically just tunneled you into making one of 3 realistic choices Otherwise, it feels like you're just wasting your tokens. But then, do you remember the last time that they brought swaps back, actually? So someone asked, yeah, do you ever think that they will bring it back? Someone's going to have to remind me here. In my mind, this happened last year. But maybe it was the year before, and my head's just wrong. They did bring swaps back. And again, in my mind, last year. But they made it so stupid. So the tokens that you would then have to use to get other things were actually good cards. And there was a range of things that you could get. And it was luck-based. Like, wasn't it a pack that the players came out of that were tokens? And so you could have got a really good card from your token pack. So therefore you wouldn't have used it in the swaps. Again, if someone can fact-check that, or knows the exact details, that's the hazy memory that I have in my head, and I believe that's what happened last year, but it might have been the year before. I believe, like, you had to play different modes to get them as well, so they were like squad battle tokens, rivals ones, and champs ones, I think, and you had to hit certain ranks in order to get all of the tokens as well. So they completely changed how it worked. But it was the return of swaps. It just worked completely differently. And it didn't go down very well. So I don't think that method or version of swaps will come back. Because it just wasn't received well at all. It was really stupid. Like I say, if you got lucky with one of your tokens, then you'd rather keep the token than actually swap it for something. I think there was a Liverpool player that was part of one of them. Can't remember who. In my mind it's McAllister, but that might be wrong. So, I don't think they'll bring back the classic version of it, and I don't think they'll bring that version back. I don't think there's any point nowadays. I think we've moved past the need for swaps when you get so many icon packs and hero picks and all of this crap every week now. The need for those kind of things. The packs would have to be massive. Absolutely massive. To warrant that kind of thing. It'd have to be like an 85 times 20. Or something. To justify this thing where you're having to play multiple game modes to earn all your tokens to then swap them for this thing. I just don't think it will happen. It was Squad Battles, Rivals and Champs Mastery. You think it was McAllister. Yeah, I just have that as a vague memory of that was one of the ones that if you were lucky enough to get him, you wouldn't have swapped him. But the Season Pass took away swaps. Yeah, but why are you not listening to my explanation as to why? You have the option in in the Season Pass to choose between players and packs. And different types of packs at different levels. So it is still there in a way as well. But we earn so many packs, so many players through objectives. There's these monumental SBCs seemingly every other day. We don't need swaps unless they are gargantuan packs and massive players. Which would just, therefore, screw the power curve. So, I don't think there's any need or point of it. You missed red picks? I don't know why you'd miss red picks. Red picks were great when they were relevant. When champs started in, like, FIFA 17, 18, maybe even 19, red picks, sure. But nowadays, red picks are only relevant when it gets to team of the season. if they did do massive packs of the power curve, would be through the roof. Exactly. Who do you think gets promoted to the Prem this year? I don't do predictions for the Championship. It's such a ridiculous league that I don't like predicting anything. Everything can change in the space of a week. Or in the space of 2 weeks, you could have played 4 games. And suddenly the table has completely changed. So there's just so many matches. And the amount of times over the years that we've seen a team be near the top of the table at Christmas and end up in like 14th. Or a team near the bottom ending up in the playoffs. Yeah, I just don't see any point in predicting anything. Unless it feels like it's really clear cut. Like, for example, when we went up last time. When it was us, Ipswich and Leeds battling it out for the title. It was such a level above the other teams that it would have taken something catastrophic for any of us three to like fall out of that title race. So you could just say Cov will most likely get promoted. But outside of that, who the hell knows? We've had chopping and changing at the top end of the table quite a bit already this season. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon, especially as we're now at the Christmas period. Oh, another positional excellence. That's pretty cool. And a loan of charisma. How expensive is he? Wow. That's nice to have, isn't it? Unjai, solid as well. And then a Brazil Silver Skiller Evo. I haven't seen that one. Do they specifically have to be Brazilian and silver? Because if so, there's probably not a crazy amount of players that fit into that. And any good ones are probably extinct. Rewards. They do have to be Brazilian and max 74, but they do stay as a silver. Who do I have? Yeah, I knew I had Cecilia, but how much of an upgrade does he even really get? Eight dribbling, 3 passing, 3 ball control, 1 agility, 4 balance. He's already got too many play styles, so he's not going to gain tiki-taka. Reactions, composure go up a lot. Trickster plus as well. He's already 5-star, 5-star. I mean, the reactions and composure would be fine. The problem is, there's just not really any point in this, because if you're going into any kind of like silver tournament, surely basically everybody's team is just full of icons. I don't know. But yeah, Ipswich, I mean, you were looking good up until you came up against us, and then apparently you're considerably worse than I thought you were. So I don't know what's going on there. Did you get Cecilia from the tournament? As in the... Was it like 85 or something? I can't remember. I think I might have him. I still haven't done this Evo Cup. This Daily Play League, I don't... There's no overarching... like, do the daily play 6 times or whatever objective, as far as I'm aware. So that's fine. I need to start claiming my stuff from the season pass. And we also need to get 1k points in order to get the premium version. So let's quickly do that. Yeah, I still need to do the last 2 silver icons. I started them on the first day and did like 15 games, and I still haven't finished them. Because again, the game's just... Oh. Oh, interesting. So you can then open this up and basically evo any of these cards? Okay, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That's a decent idea. So at least then people have got options rather than all of these cards just being extinct. I mean, I imagine some of them still are, maybe like Cecilia. People moaning about people rubber banding, but not gonna lie, it proves why EA can't win. Whenever EA gives you technically free rewards, people still moan. I moan at the fact that rubber banding is possible in this game, because it doesn't exist in other games. If you go AFK in another game, even if you put your controller down so it's like resting on the thumbstick so that it's always like moving upwards or whatever, or rubber band your trigger down or something, you'll still get kicked. And they've sort of fixed it in Rush. So if people were doing it, then they get kicked in Rush, but yet they don't get kicked in any other mode? Why? I don't understand it. I think it is pretty stupid that it exists in the game. I don't understand how, after all of these years, it is still a thing. Oh, that's such a shame. See, last year, when they used to give you a playstyle plus, they'd give you the base version of the playstyle, in case you didn't already have it, and then the plus. Whereas now, if I put someone like Nelson into this, I mean, I can't because he's a little bit too fast. The only one he's missing is block, but he wouldn't get that. Which is a shame. But yeah, he's a little bit too quick anyway. So, actually, does this give you any pace? It does. For a free Evo, that's actually really good, isn't it? A Coley can go into this. And suddenly we're looking... I hate that they've given the long shot some power shot, because that's because of his goal against us. But suddenly a Coley's looking a bit better, isn't he? I wonder if there's a world where I can put him into anything else first to get him jockey and intercept, and then into that. I'm not sure, though, because it's max 84 and he's already there. So I'd basically need to get stuff maybe from like the season pass that gives you just a base play style, and then put him into that. And I don't know if that exists. Right, I was going to quickly get the points to get the premium version of the pass, wasn't I? Holding left trigger doesn't kick. I should do. There we go. Got 2. We did that already. Silver icons is a great idea. Yeah. I don't mind it. I just think so far, this game, at its base, has been solid. But the allowance of the continuation of all of the AI defending and stuff has just made it significantly less fun, unfortunately. There we go. How does the Silver Squad look? It's just... It's just all of the icons. And then probably a couple of Leicester cards. I think Oliver Skip's in there. He's having his Renaissance season right now. Right, so let's skip to the end. Dear God, how many things have we got? Okay, there's no world where we've actually got that many things. Right. Raquelme, 1 of 481. It just doesn't load it properly if you go that fast. 381. Gaia, 281. I'm looking for any Evos. Intercept. So there we go. So we could put that on a Coley. Base Intercept. And then what would I be missing? Jockey. I think is the only other one that I'd care about that he'd be missing. But maybe there's a world we could put that on him in the future. Nonto. Put in a great cross the other day. Ricky, first touch. It's not what I need. I have no idea what that Evo is. I guess we'll find out. Okay. We have to choose between loans of Dalglish or Zico. Which one costs more? Because that's the one we're going to take. Dalglish. 700k. Zico. 3.3 mil. Right, I'll take the 3.3 mil one, please. Thank you. Next season. Is it a week on Thursday? I think. God, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? Dalglish has SBC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right, let's open up these random little picks. Lakaka. Evos are... Yeah. Evos are significantly more interesting to me than promos. 100%. I agree. Wow. An 85 out of that is pretty fortunate. Yeah, I mean, I'm what? Level 15 was that? So we've got Intercept, First Touch, and then whatever the hell those are. Let's find out, shall we? Evos. Rewards. So Intercept, we can put on... Oh, crap. Someone asked about Stelarchic. Thoughts on Stelarchic in the last few games. I don't know if the person that asked that is still here. If they are, please say hello. Otherwise, we'll unfortunately just have missed that and won't talk about it. So what is this? 3 dribbling, 3 passing. Okay. Sure. First touch, and then 3 defending, 3 physical. Max 85. Okay. I support Leicester. You mean normally on last week they bring out a load of XP? It's true. I do know have a lot of packs, which is pretty solid. Hell yeah. Okay. 6 PM content. What have you got for us today, EA? Anything exciting? I really hope so. Let's have a look. Objectives. Live events. Unbreakables Champs Quali Points. Compete in live events to earn Champs Quali Points. So if you don't want to play Rivals, but you want to qualify for Champs, then you can do it via playing live events this week. Is Rivals that dead? Oof. Wow. Okay. That's mad. What have we got? Anything new? No new Evos. SBCs. What do we got? Lacey Santos, 5'1". Great height. Double 4-star camo centre mid. Looks pretty good. To be honest, she's only one squad. An 84 with an inform. Okay. We've also got Unbreakables Challenge 2, 78 plus pick, and a winter provisions upgrade. Earn a pack containing 15 common gold player items and 25 rare gold player items rated 80 or below. So is this getting you ready for like an upgrade crafting SBC throughout Winter Wildcards? It feels like it might be. I am still using Kachawi, yes. My team is as shown on screen. I have put a couple of cosmetics like World Tour on Kachawi and Hakimi though. Crafting was confirmed. God, how much have I missed? How much stuff have they announced? Fair enough. Okay. Another Pina 2.0. Nah, it'll be fine. So, what does it need? 385s. $385s to stock your club with low-rated golds to do crafting upgrades. It is an exchange, isn't it? Yeah. This is the equivalent of them having exchanges earlier in the game. Well, Gary, she's not a striker, so... Pina is getting a Winter Wild card, but I don't think it's relevant because the community will just overprice her to being like $1 mil or $2 mil or something, so... I mean... A winter provisions upgrade. How many are dupes? 20 aren't and 20 are. And then 4 tradables. I mean, it's a good way to stock your club if you've got a load of high-rated stuff that you don't care about. Right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to open up a 10 times 83. Just because YOLO. Exchange is something we need all year round. I don't think we do. I think it's fine without exchanges at this stage. I think they make a lot more sense at the end of the game. Or getting towards the end of the game where you've got... Like, people aren't sat here with full duplicate storages of 85 plus. Unless they just haven't completed a single SBC all year for whatever reason that requires any kind of rating. Sheriff has just tweeted saying, huge SBCs are coming. Diani is getting a Winter Wild card. SBC. Isaac is also confirmed. Yeah, I need to get some TikToks and stuff out about these. And also a a normal YouTube video as well. Okay. Cool. The Pokemon Go New Year's 2026 event has been revealed. You'll love to see it! There's more huge SBCs getting leaked then. Yeah, exactly. Right then, 6 PM content. Come and gone. Let's get into champs and try and fly through this bad boy. 3-bed, semi-detached, shared ownership house. 60%. Okay. Maybe a little bit too much. Oh, it's pretty nice, though. Oh, why can't that pop up in, like, 6 months' time? Oh, it looks basically perfect. Oh, it is so perfect. Well, hopefully they keep popping up. Right, should we do this? God, it's a bit warm in here. Oh. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. It's champs time. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's play. Bow bow ba da down, ba down bow down bow ba da down. And let's save that. Let's get the record on the screen and let's play. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Gary, no idea. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum ba da bum ba dum bum. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba dum bum. Please be crap. To kick things off, I feel like the last couple of weeks we've had of champs, we've been, I mean, that's utter nonsense that you have got there ahead of my player, isn't it, really? That's just stupid. Hup. Yeah, we've had some painful matchmaking. Oh, but as I said earlier, this is probably just going to be a bit boring, bit miserable. It's champs in an AI defender filled world of FC26, where you know what you're going to come up against in basically every single game. It's unfortunately there's not much variation week to week, not even in rewards. Each week we open up our guaranteed, I mean, that's a foul, but that's fine. Cheers, ref. Not enough for a pen, but would be enough for a free kick, which doesn't make any sense because it's a game, so there shouldn't be any judgment between the two. Ugh. Every week we just open up our guaranteed promo player for that week, and it's just someone bang average that doesn't make the starting 11 every single time. So yeah, it might be Unbreakables champs this week, but whilst we're guaranteed to get one card from the promo, it probably doesn't matter. Oh my god, these slide tackles. Crazy. Especially that second one. Pina does not have that much pace. I was going to say, if she gets away there, that's dumb. God. Feels like it's taken me maybe a couple of months longer to get to the point that a lot of people have been with this game. Although, again, I'm still not even sure that's the case. I don't dislike the game. I just hate the meta and what you come up against every game. I just wish it was different. I wish that we had the same gameplay, but people played it differently. That's not what I pressed. Oh, yeah, man. Gotta hope they keep jumping in with the slide tackles. Oh, you jammy sod. The AI just flying back. How do you defend that stupid Pina first time pass? Hope for the best. Sadly. Ah. Oh my god. Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people's frustration comes from. Is right now it doesn't feel like attempting to manually defend and get good at defending. Oh, why? Stop running! Just stop your run, stand still, and you've got to tap in. The attacking AI is nowhere near as good as the defensive AI. And so getting rewarded for manual defending isn't... Well, you aren't rewarded anywhere near enough. Obviously, if I am better at defending than you, then there are some circumstances where that is, of course, going to benefit me. But the amount that the AI does renders a lot of that pointless. And just pass it to the player. It's not a through ball. Don't play it in front of her. Don't pass it to the AI. God, man. I feel like there are just... I think the way I would sum up the game this year is core gameplay, the best that we have had in years and years and years. And it's not even close. He's got finesse plus. How has he missed the target? But the problems that exist in the game that aren't being addressed, I can't understand why they're choosing to do things like change goalkeeper movement before fixing the completely broken things, like the AI defending, like some of the nonsense that happens when it comes to like double tapping, through ball and all of that. Your player's just not properly locking onto it because the ball's gone slightly like 2 inches off the floor. But yeah, let's quickly... I don't normally like doing this at halftime, but for their goal here... Oh, it was before this, wasn't it? It was the pass to the first person, right? Yeah. I think so, because then she makes the run. And then... look how close Marquinhos gets. But again, it is what it is. That's the game right now. Which is why, at the very start of today's stream, I said, this is why you haven't seen consistent long-hour streams of this game recently. Because the average game, more and more frustration is creeping in as we go throughout the year due to them not patching the AI defending and everything like that. The fact that you are just seeing, we're still seeing Pina in basically everybody's team after months. because playstyles are just king. And so until someone comes out that has basically the exact same combination of playstyles as her, she's still going to get used. Like, I like the fact that gold cards are still relevant in December. That's great. When was the last time that happened? Other than, like, Mbappe's and stuff like that in previous years. But the fact that that's only the case, not because you've managed the power curve really, really well, but because of how important playstyles are. As I say, if there was... Let's say they released an Ollie Watkins with the exact same playstyles as Pina. Watkins suddenly becomes a guy that's in basically everybody's team as well, because his stats are better than hers, but he's also got the playstyles. And I think that just makes the... It does make sort of like the grind or whatever of... Not even the grind, but just the progression of Ultimate Team. It's not the same as it used to be, where there was always an aim of working towards that next big card, right? You would always be looking to try and get to level up. So, as an example, maybe you'd start off with a 75 rated. Then your next upgrade is going to be like an 80 rated. Then you go up to 83s. Then 84, 85, 86. And your dream goal is to work up to that like 90 rated card. The problem is now, the 86 rated card, because of playstyles, is more desirable to have than the 91 rated card. So where's your sense of progress? And what are your goals at that stage? When pro players are using Claudia Pina in their teams, okay, yes, they're using like the Cornerstone one, which is basically identical. It's just, if you have the coins, you use that one. If not, you use our base card. It shouldn't be the case that playstyles have determined that a player is the most common and popular card in the game for, what, like 3 months? It just shows the problem with playstyles. Oh, you've got to be able to cut that back. Come on. And so because of the lack of like multiple great playstyles on a lot of cards, unless you're getting the very best card from a promo that's like just launched, like let's say Unbreakables, if you're playing your champs, unless your striker that you pull is basically top tier, they still might not feel better than that 5,000 coin card that you've had in your team for 3 months. And that ruins the progression element of Ultimate Team. And so, whilst they've done a good job, in terms of the power curve this year, they've done a good job in terms of the ratings and adding playstyle pluses and stuff to cards. The problem is, if we start the year with some cards that are so meta that even though she's slow, she's got 81 composure, she doesn't have good long passing or curve, she doesn't even have great stamina. This combo of playstyles is so good that the rest of that doesn't matter. Surely they have to acknowledge the problem with playstyles. Because this year, EA have done a fantastic job of being transparent and open and honest about things that are going on in the game, upcoming patches and stuff. Now, I don't agree with them waiting until January to take a look at AI defending. How they need to take that long? Absolutely no idea. Everyone knows that it's OP. They need to fix it. But for some reason, they're waiting till Jan. But they haven't seemed to acknowledge the fact that the entire community agrees that playstyles are ruining the game because they're too important. Which is frustrating because they sort of did acknowledge it before the game came out. They said that they wanted it this year so that playstyles weren't the be-all and end-all of a card, and that stats would be really important, as well as roles and everything combined. But that isn't the case. It really, really isn't. So the fact that they haven't addressed the fact that the entire game revolves around playstyles is a bit disappointing to me, considering what they said before the release of the game. We also have the fact that forwards can defend just as well as defenders. That's a problem. He's offside. See someone put the other day, your 86 Pina better than your 94 R9. I mean, Tex went on Andy's Squad Builder Showdown Advent Calendar, and he said the same. He said that Pina was better than R9 because of her playstyles. Hullet doesn't get used this year. Hullet, by the way, right, has been in the game since... I don't even know when. I don't know what FIFA he was added into the game. He's been in it for God knows how long. Probably nearly a decade at this stage. Do you ever see Hullet this year? Even when you come up against a God squad, you never see him. And the reason why is because he doesn't have passing playstyles. So, people don't use him. How stupid is that? One of the most overpowered players that the series has ever seen every single year, the most well-rounded player in the game, isn't used this year because unless you have passing playstyles, you can't pass the ball properly. And the fact that that hasn't been addressed in any way is a bit worrying for me. Because again, everybody knows that that is a problem. And everybody in the community seems to be moaning about it. Yeah, I genuinely, outside of draft, I don't think I've played against Hullet once this year. Which is crazy. Because the amount of mega squads that you've played against, you would have seen him a fair amount of times. But this year, he don't exist, man. People would rather use an 86 rated Tiani Reinders over Rude Hullet because he has Tiki Taka Plus. It's stupid. I can guarantee you, as soon as Hullet gets his first promo icon card this year, they're going to give him passing playstyles on it. Because then they know that that's what people want. That will sell packs to try and get that Hullet, or packs so that people can afford that Hullet. Guarantee you. He'll get a minimum of 2 passing playstyles. One of them will probably be his playstyle plus. Really would not surprise me if that's the case. Hullet is probably the exception, doesn't need the playstyles to be goated in-game. Pro players disagree with you. Pro players use Reinders. How has he missed the target, man? Oh, come on. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. Absolutely no reason why that doesn't go in there. Ridiculous. He even moved the goalie, and we read it, and I just bang it near post. Hakimi can score, though, but not Cantona. Does my head in, man. It's just so stupid. The fact that even in this day and age, there are so many things that are completely unexplainable. How has he missed the target? I'm not on precision shooting, so it's not like I got my aim slightly wrong. Stupid. Yeah, pro players would disagree with you. They will use Reinders, they will use normal Frenkie de Jong over Ruud Gullit, due to the lack of passing playstyles. You would think that he's the exception because he's that good. No. That's how important playstyles are. He genuinely isn't used by these guys. I mean, why has that not gone to Griezmann? I don't know, but we'll take the goal. Used to be Gullit and Vieira, now it's de Jong and Reinders everywhere. Exactly! It's mental. Some of the best players in the game cost like 10k. And I think the problem is, right, that used to be the case that you could make a 10k player compete with the best players in the game, right? If you were really good at the game and you knew what you were doing, you could use someone that didn't have as good stats, but you were amazing at the game, you really liked the card, you could make them look great. But now, the 10k players are legitimately better than the multi-million coin cards because of playstyles and playstyles alone. I don't understand how they've got the balance so wrong. Worst part is they specifically said they're making playstyle less important, blatant lie. Yeah. It's one of the only things that they seem to have completely backtracked on or not properly followed through with when it comes to what they were talking about before the game came out. For example, they said that passing would be better. It is. They said that dribbling would be significantly more responsive. It is. They said that shooting would be better. I would definitely say it is. They'd say manual defending. You would, if you tackle someone, you are more likely to keep the ball. Less bounce backs. That's right. They would say less rebounds from goalies. It's right. So they went through with basically everything that they were talking about other than this major problem, which unfortunately is completely destroying the idea of growth and progress in their main game mode. Because the vast majority of people are not going to get a player that they think is better than Pina, no matter who they pack. And they could have picked her up for like 3,000-4,000 coins, like a week or two into the game, and still think that she's the best striker in the game because of playstyles. Like, I love the concept of playstyles and players sort of replicating what they're good at in real life and being able to have different focuses and stuff on their card. But it just doesn't work. In its current state, it doesn't work. They're too good. Like, if I had Incisive Pass Plus on Rodrigo there, that through ball puts me through on goal, one-on-one with the goalie. Because that's just how good the playstyle is. Doesn't matter how good my player's passing is, that playstyle would have put me through on goal. But because I don't have Incisive Plus, he can't do that. I think I've talked about it before, that playstyles, the way that they need to be balanced is I should be able to replicate what a playstyle gives a player if I'm good enough at the game. For example, a finesse shot, right? A finesse shot going in from 25 yards is only possible if you've got finesse plus on this game. You try a finesse from outside the box and you do not have the playstyle, you are wasting your time. It's most likely completely missing the target. It's not going in. That's for damn sure. Whereas, if I'm really good at the game, I should be able to replicate that with my talent of being able to like perfectly power up, angle my shot, and aim that finesse shot in the exact place that it needs to go. And it can go in. But that's not a thing. Live events and tournaments are the best part of this game this year. Honestly think you get rid of them, the game's 10 times better. Like, I think one of the frustrations is, like, for example, Griezmann, they give finesse plus because he's scored a lot of finesse shots in real life, right? So, sure. It reflects how he plays. But surely you could just reflect how he plays by giving him good long shots and good curve. Because that's what's required for a finesse shot. Right? You don't need to then also give him the boost of a playstyle on top of the great stats in the area that relate to that thing that he's done in real life. You're basically double boosting the card. How has that got through, by the way? Mental. So yeah. Oh, this person's really good at passing IRL. Sure, let's give them really high passing stats. But then let's also make them unbelievable at passing. Because we're also going to give them Tiki Taka Plus. Well, no, surely Tiki Taka Plus should just basically be someone that has 90 plus passing. I don't get it. Like, imagine if, like back when it used to be traits. I think this game is... What have you done to this game, EA? How's that missed the target? That's 2 in this game that have no excuse to not hit the target. The Cantona one was 10 times worse, but that's just stupid as well. But I think when it used to be traits instead of play styles, EA just randomly... They just gave the players traits. It didn't relate to their stats or whatever. But maybe it could, right? So, maybe the playstyles still exist in the game, but they don't give you additional boosts. For God's sake. So, what I mean is, for example, if you have a combination of, let's say, 90 vision, 90 short pass, and 85 long passing, that's enough for your card to have a playstyle icon of Tiki Taka. Right? It doesn't give you any extra boosts. The stats are already good enough. That's why you've got Tiki Taka, is you've earned those stats. And those stats represent a Tiki Taka style player. So that's like a little badge that you get on your card. It shouldn't then give you bonus stuff. So like Intercept Plus, if you've got, I don't know, 85 defensive awareness and 85 reactions, maybe you have Intercept. on your card. Because you just have the stats that therefore relate to that sort of name of a playstyle. Oh, it doesn't need to give you more than that. It should just be like a label that a card gets because it has certain stats. So Hullet would potentially have like 10 playstyles because his stats are so well rounded and so high in so many areas that he would probably have a playstyle in each of the sections because of his stats. But again, it then doesn't boost anything. I don't like it. The idea's fine, but it just isn't working. Like, it should, as I say, Intercept Plus, right? Even greater reach and improved chances of retaining possession of the ball when performing interceptions. That shouldn't be a playstyle thing. If your player, like, he has 85 interceptions and 85 defensive awareness, with those stats, you should be able to intercept the ball quite well. Maybe it wouldn't be the equivalent of Intercept Plus, but maybe it would be Intercept. And then when you get to 90 plus in interceptions and defensive awareness, that's the equivalent of him unlocking Intercept Plus. Because he's reached that level of player. So the playstyles would basically describe what the stats do. Because maybe that's the best way of explaining it, and what I think it should be. Right now, nobody could explicitly tell you, like, you're looking at this stat right here, underneath my finger on, like, YouTube and Twitch and whatever, right? Interceptions 85. We don't have a definitive explanation or definition of what that stat does. What is the difference between 85 interceptions and 95 interceptions in game? We have no idea. They've never really explained that, and I don't know why. But if that was the way that playstyles worked, and all of a sudden, once you hit 85, or once you hit 90, you get this description. Oh, you've now unlocked Intercept Plus. That's the level that your players reached. They can now do this because of the stats they've got. Okay. It makes sense. It's just such a problem. Such a problem. I have a... To me, I think the January update, the big New Year update, the Team of the Year update, pretty much determines whether they've completely cocked up the entire year or not. If when we get that January update and it hits and they say, we've nerfed defensive AI in all scenarios, we've also nerfed the effectiveness of every single playstyle and playstyle plus, then it's like, holy crap, they're actually listening. This is exactly what everyone wants. But if instead they say, oh, we're not going to touch AI defending, we're going to leave it as it is, and we're not going to balance any of the playstyles at all, we're going to keep them exactly as they are for the rest of the year, the trust that you would have built from the beginning of this game, listening to everyone and their feedback, would be gone. Because the main issues that people have wouldn't be fixed. Eric Cantona up top, how much more meta can you get? I'm not sure there's a single person that would consider Eric Cantona meta. That's of a decent ability on this game. And I will tell you the one reason why, which is sad, he has Power Shot Plus. That's it. His stats are great. He's what, 5-star, 4-star. That's great. He's got some okay playstyles. But his playstyle plus is a crap one. So therefore, you won't see him in any pro player teams. You won't see him in any elite level teams. They'll use Claudia Pina instead. Pretty much sums up the conversation that we've just had. Sadly. Cantona, by default, should be great. Says that right after he scores a goal with him. Scoring a goal with a player doesn't make them meta. No. That would be a very, very weird way of judging things. Yeah. Looking at the stats and everything like that, Cantona should be unbelievable. But it's just not how the game works. That finesse plus from Rodrigo right there automatically makes him 10 times the player Cantona is in the eyes of 99.9% of people that play this game. Unfortunately. Ooh. Ah. Penalised for trying to have some fun. I mean, what am I thinking? Why am I trying it in Champs? It's not what this game mode's about, is it? It's about having... How's he missed the target? Ugh. Yeah, it's not about having fun. It's about winning. Excited for Winter Wildcards? No. I'm not excited for any promos, really. Because the promos don't matter if the gameplay isn't fun. We could have the best content in the world, but if the game isn't enjoyable to play with said content, who gives a damn? Whoa. That's a nice ball. Nice goal. Good counter-attack. Queen Kachawi still gets things done. Please make that run. Sad that I have to trigger it manually. Ah, crap. By that sentiment, your Evo Cardiff players are meta. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I could sit here with... I don't even know who's considered like the most meta centre-back on the game, right? I could have them in instead of my Ben Nelson, and people would be like, oh my god, it's sweaty. But in reality, my Ben Nelson Evo is absolutely phenomenal. And is probably a better card than the vast majority of centre-backs on this game. But... because it isn't the one name, it's different. Which is an interesting side to Evos. Oh. I think we need to mix up something when it comes to the TikTok side of things. I don't know exactly what. Something needs to change in the streams, because it just ain't hitting this year. In terms of viewership. Like, the total... it just doesn't appear in people's stuff. feeds and everything. Which is really annoying. Oh. "5-1 at half-time." See, these are the kind of games where I just wish people would leave. Like, can we just fly through this? Get into the next game? Otherwise, I've got to sit here and try and think up conversations, because I'm guessing a lot of people have got the stream on in the background. Hup. Oh, wow. The Rabona tackle by Vidic. Incredible scenes. Ah, GG. Eto. Unless anyone's got any questions or comments, anything they want to talk about, rather than just chatting about the same meta problems and stuff with the game over and over again, the same circular conversations, the same problems that we come up against in each match. Just get us into the next one, then. Lovely by Kachawi. It's going to be a good day when we can Evo her. Because then we'd potentially be able to bump up her shooting and put her at cam, which would be so fun. Because that's kind of letting her down right now if I wanted to make that shift. Offside. Offside! Can tell in the last couple of weeks, don't enjoy the game as much now. Yeah, for two main reasons. One, loads of other games have come out. Streams are quieter, and so you're focusing on the gameplay a little bit more, which even on a game that you love, if you're focusing on every little detail and everything like that, and that's your main topic of conversation, you're gonna be a lot more nitpicky and everything like that. Which is why I love the streams where the conversation just flows from topic to topic. So you don't have to focus on, oh my god, why has he misplaced that pass? How has he missed the target? Blah, blah, blah. But also, the way that people play this game is dull. Simple as that. I still love the core gameplay mechanics this year. I still don't play with button delay every game. So it's miles ahead of the previous games, but the way that the average player plays this game is just boring. I think also the conversation that we had prior, talking about playstyles, meaning that someone like Pina is so good, it feels like playing something like Champs right here. I know at the end of it, I'm only really doing it to try and get a few more coins and some packs for like the next promo. I know that like my guaranteed Unbreakables card, it's going to be crap. My Team of the Week pack, it's going to be crap. Champs isn't going to change my team. Feels like until Team of the Season, that other than maybe the first couple of weeks of Champs, that's just the case. And you know that. And there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, Cantona's just ignored my rainbow flick there. You probably heard my controller click, clack, clack of the stick. And there are some elements of that kind of thing creeping in as well. Of sometimes players just not really doing what you've pressed and don't really know why. Viewers lower across the board due to the game being not as enjoyable. Yep, sadly true. Ah, sadly true. I also wish there was an option in games like this for like a mercy quit. So it counts as you playing your game for my opponent rather than them like disconnecting and quitting. But we can both just get the result that we know is going to happen without having to spend the full 90 minutes getting there. Like, the remainder of this game and a large portion of this game has been a waste of time. But my opponent would have to forfeit the game and therefore get less coins, have a lower multiplier and everything like that. It wouldn't count if they have any Evos in their team. Why isn't there some kind of mercy quit? Just little quality of life things like that would be nice, just to help make the process of playing more enjoyable and more streamlined. Like, there is no world that the guy that I'm playing against right here is having a good time. But they, again, leaving compared to staying in isn't as beneficial for them if they don't play the game like as much as a lot of the hardcore player base. Having that coin multiplier and those extra few bonus coins does help. And again, if they're doing any Evos, it helps with that. So there's just frustrations that are... As the game goes on, the frustrations get clearer because the problems, a lot of the time, become more obvious. As cards and promos and everything like that get bigger and better, gameplay problems, meta problems, reveal themselves even more so. So, for example, at the very beginning of the game, when AI defending, people didn't utilize it as much. One of the reasons was probably because their cards also weren't as good. Whereas now, everyone's running around with centre-backs that have nearly every single playstyle that you need defensively, plus one of them as a playstyle plus really good stats on top of it. Suddenly the AI defenders are significantly better, and that's only going to get worse as we get multiple playstyle pluses and stuff like that. So the problem doesn't get fixed unless they change something. Unfortunately. Thing is, other than the utter elite cards now in promos, Bonmati, Salah, etc., none of them go into people's teams because all the cards you have already have better playstyles than cards you can buy. Exactly. Which is why, once again, at the start of the year, when we had our first few promos, even the bad cards in those promos were still good. Because people hadn't evoed up their random players to be not even necessarily higher rated than these promo cards, but the playstyles. An example is... who's the guy from Forest? Ryan Yates, I think it was. Got a, like, Cornerstones? Something like that. And even though that was one of the worst cards in that team, he was still like 50k. Because he had playstyles and roles and stuff that people's normal cards didn't have. It wasn't just the best cards in the promo that had them all. Whereas now, the worst cards in a promo are worse than most people's teams because of Evos. So many people have been able to add playstyles onto their cards that the lower promo cards are now completely irrelevant unless it's like someone fitting into a past and present team for somebody. But you compare 1 month into the game, how many of the new promo cards were less than 15k? Hardly any. Maybe 1 or 2. Now you look at it, half the cards. Because of exactly what you've said. Which, again, just once again proves the problem. The So we basically have a main gameplay problem which is AI defending, and we have a core... I don't even know what you call it. Because it's sort of gameplay, but a main gameplay design problem in playstyles. Nice AI defending by Schweinsteiger there. Never controlled him once. Fantastic. Evos are another one. People won't put their unique cards in Evos because it gives them a crap playstyle. Plus, for example, long ball currently. Yeah. Why would you waste your playstyle plus start on something like long ball when you could wait for a tiki-taka, an incisive, a technical? It might give you nice stat upgrades, but then, yeah, wasting your playstyle plus. I mean, it also feels like, for whatever reason, as the game is going on, for some reason, even though our defenders are improving, there seems to be a few more like bounce backs and stuff like that in the tackles. Like, should I not have kept the ball there? But no, it falls straight to his player so that he can then just bang it in with yet another finesse plus goal. It feels like this is the year where it has taken the longest time for the cracks to appear in terms of what the problems are with this game. But ever since the cracks did appear, they've just been getting bigger, wider, opening more and more and more and more. Instead of them being fixed and filled in, nope. Not really. Although, I guess you could say that the Playstyle ones has been a crack that's been forming for years. And maybe this year is sort of the breaking point of that crack. Where it's now properly burst open into, this is one of the biggest problems in the game. Whereas previous years, a lot of the gameplay mechanics were so problematic and broken that they they were more of a problem and priority than the playstyles. Jack, my day's been really good, thank you. I hope you've had a good one as well. Sorry, I took a shot without utilising a playstyle. Of course it's not going to go in. How foolish of me. Don't worry, though. Yep, just thought I'd check, of course. Cody Kakpo has finesse, so that one's going to go in. It's just... it's tedious. And so, yeah, I'm basically, like, actively punishing myself by playing with Cantona because Power Shot Plus is a waste of time. But I like him. He's fun to use. His 5-star skills and everything. His dribbling, it's fun. But I would be better off by using Claudia Pina. I've got an icon that costs hundreds of thousands of coins, and yet it's a punishment to use him. If that doesn't show the problem with the game, I don't know what does. Like, Cantona's 400,000 coins. Yet, again, outside of like a Man United past and present, is anyone actively choosing his card? Surely not. Why would you? Oh my god, what a free kick. It just doesn't make any sense to do so. To use it in something like Champs, where you need to win. It'd be different if the game modes weren't built around winning. I think that is also one of the things that has been a problem for so many years now. If winning wasn't the main objective of the game, playstyles wouldn't be the problem. Because you wouldn't really care if you lost a game because someone had Finesse Plus on their player. Because you'd be playing to have fun and play in the way that you want to play. But because pretty much every mode needs you to win, playstyles being so overpowered is a major problem. As is the AI defending. How's writing getting ahead of a defensive mid there? That's such a ridiculous pass. How on earth has that worked? Okay. He probably had incisive pass. United stays with the 3-4-3, so whatever that 4-3-3 talk was about earlier today, you don't know. Good, I'd say. Makes sense to stick rather than randomly change. But maybe next week, when the AFCON players are gone. I'm assuming Mbuemo, Ahmad, Mazraoui are all playing. Because they leave after this game, right? Jack, I saw a screenshot of a guy with a bloody hand, and I was like, what on earth has happened? Has someone, like, stabbed themselves with a dart or something? Then I saw the clip of him just absolutely crashing out and punching the table, like... Oh dear. No pen? Okay. They are starting. Oh, this game is just not as fun anymore, is it? It's just... Where are you running to? You're my striker, dude. Nah. Ugh. Mental. Oh, how has that got through? Probably because I'm trying to manually intercept it. If it was the AI, they'd probably get it. Great ball. Not really sure how it's a pen, but sure, we'll take it. Thank you! Lovely stuff. Oh, that's just disappointing, isn't it? How has he got through there? How has he still got the ball? How do they keep the ball that long? Jesus. Oh, it's not where I aimed. Oh, what has happened to this game? Oh. I've still got 11 games left after this. I really can't be bothered, if I'm honest with you. I really, really can't, especially when the football is going to be on, but we'll try and plough through. Maybe it'd be different if, like, TikTok was popping off, but it just never does this year. It's sad. Twitch started the year really, really well as well. Gone. It was probably the best year we were having on Twitch in a fair few, but just seems to be done. And again, same for multiple other people. As I look at people's viewerships, it's like, how have you not got more people watching? Oh. Oh. I'm not 100% sure if it's this game's fault. Or more so, this is sort of the overspill from FC25. And, of course, like, we're now later in the year. Loads of other games come out around this time of year. Viewership is always lower every single year for FIFA, going back as far as you want to go around this time of year, because you've always got the new CODs. You've had stuff like Battlefield come out. Ark Raiders has been smashing it. Big new Fortnite seasons and stuff. And so I wonder if the combo of that and the damage that FC25 did last year... Why is he not locked on to the ball? Ah! I wonder if it's not even necessarily people's like dislike for this game. Or maybe it is. People are just getting bored. You say the chat, like, even if the viewership's okay, the chat is so quiet. It feels like people are not engaging as much with the game. They might still have it on in the background, but they're not excited by what's going on anymore. Even with, like, packs, like, it's just harder to get hyped. It's... yeah, a mixture of all of these things puts us in our current spot. Oh my god, a Power Shot Plus has gone in. Like, for example, even though we've still got like 5, 6, 7, 8, looks like it's fluctuating between on Twitch people. We've had 2 messages in the last hour, and they were both from the same person, 20 minutes apart. It's a shame what this has sort of come to when it comes to this game. Which is why so many people sit there doing like share plays, because it's the thing that gets the engagement nowadays. I guess like the TikTokification of people's attention span also doesn't help when you're doing stuff like Foot Champs. Whereas... oh my god, share play pack. You can get the next one done in 30 seconds. Oh my god, another hit of dopamine. Don't really get dopamine hits from champs. Oof. The Scotland player punching the table. Yeah. Like, did he bottle it? Is my assumption. I don't understand why you'd get that angry unless you were in like a really good position and you absolutely blew it. I haven't seen any context to it at all. I've just seen that he started battering the table. Hopefully Team of the Year improves numbers. It probably will for the pack openers. The people that are willing to spend thousands on the game. But... there's only a few people that are willing to do that. 11 games, man. The Unbreakables promo is out. Yeah. Apparently the pack weight is horrific, though. I think he lost like a 20-year-old debutant. I guess fair enough. That could be quite infuriating. But it depends. If they played really well, maybe he played way below his standards and therefore was annoyed. But I can't remember seeing a darts crash out anywhere near that level before. I think the closest thing I've seen is Go and Price putting on the like ear defenders so he couldn't hear the crowd. That was seen as someone completely losing their head. Let alone punching a table and ripping open your hand. Crazy. Oh. I think because of how boring most of these games are, if I go like 1-0 down to a mega sweat, I might just leave. Normally the rule is 3-0 down. 2-0 down if it's against a really good player. But I'm really tempted to... Just how does that not go in? It's just not fun. How does a player with such good shooting not score that? Why has it gone down the middle of the goal when I've aimed at the near post? That's just stupid. It's not enjoyable. Are you kidding me, Rodrigo? What is wrong? I guess it's because I didn't press finesse. Not using a playstyle plus, therefore his shots are dreadful. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Power shot plus doesn't make a difference either. It's got to be finesse or low driven plus, I guess. Didn't think I needed to finesse it there. I think basically everybody watching would agree. I shouldn't need to. Apparently you do. Apparently, even if you've got ridiculously good shooting stats, none of it matters. You aren't utilising the play style? No, sorry. Sorry, buddy. Might have like 90 finishing. The keeper's nowhere near it. Yeah, you're just going to miss the target instead. It's just crap. So, it's just not fun. I shouldn't have to use a playstyle every time I press shoot in order for my player to not be the equivalent of a bronze. It's Scream Griezmann, for God's sake. I know he doesn't have his 99 shooting anymore, but it doesn't matter. It's just dumb. Did a statement after the game saying he had personal stuff happening, so it all got to him. Alright, build-up of emotion. Combined with poor performance. It's just obviously not who that pass was aimed at. The person that was making the run through midfield. Oh, crap, I've missed my tackle. Look at it. Even with low driven plus, it's hit the post. What's going on? I'm sorry, but this many shots not going in is simply not fun to play. Finally. Oh, would you look at that? A finesse plus shot went in. But the other 5 that probably should have been goals have all either been saved or missed the target. You are ruining what is the best core gameplay that you've managed to make in like 6 years. With what's going on right now. You've got to change something soon. Because if my opinion's turning, I've lasted a lot longer than a lot of people this year. Oh, I can't switch to the defender. And of course, it's missed the target because it wasn't a playstyle shot. Gary, some days you'll just play better than others. Some days you'll have kinder matchmaking than others. And some days the gameplay will just randomly be better. God, look at the spinning around in the box. It's painful. Oh, that's a great tackle. Oh, the bounce back. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, I thought I could squeeze that pass through. Nice. Ah, that was a decent chop as well. You're watching Rick Shields' Peter Finch new series doing in Turkey. Golf YouTuber is the dream. Yeah, I mean 2026 I am absolutely going to be putting out some golf content, starting off with just short form stuff. Same with most likely some music bits and bobs. And then the football channel push is going to continue building all the way up to the World Cup. More videos. The push to like video essays and stuff like that as well. To make it more interesting for you, why not do the hero pick? Whatever you choose, you have to use for the remainder of champs, because that won't be enjoyable. Like, I appreciate the concept of it would in theory be fun, but with the way that the game is played by people, it won't be fun. I don't mind doing it in like the live tournaments and gauntlets and stuff. Sure. I feel like in those modes you can actually enjoy yourself. But rivals and champs, every single game is just such a sweat fest. Cole Palmer's AI defending is getting the ball over a CDM with every playstyle plus under the sun, or every playstyle that a DM needs, like press proven, enforcer, intercept, anticipate, all of this. But no, Cole Palmer gets the ball off of him with AI defending instead. I'm just bored of it right now. I really am. I've been playing so much Pokemon and it's just so much better. Nice. Jack, yeah. Exactly. Oh! I didn't have the pass. Tried Mr. Moody. I mean, if you're just going to be here to be like that, then what's the point? How's that going to help anyone? Come on, man. You can see we're just a bit tired of champs and the crap that you have to play against. Oh. Charlie, I'm good. Oh. I can't believe that opened up for me like that. I was fully expecting to have to get past at least like 2 defenders there. I wouldn't have done the skill move otherwise. Damn. Pull that back. And then bang it! Ah. Do you have a Leicester past and present? I don't have a past and present. I've got a present team that also has Vardy in it. Because it's the GOAT. Great joke. Really came across that way. Jay, yeah, we'll see. I doubt it. Well, no, I will. I think the problem this year isn't frustration. It's more boredom of the same thing. Like, in previous years, there's been so many instances in basically every single game that you play of just stupid stuff going on that was really annoying. Bounce backs, rebound goals, all of this stuff. I mean, yes, to be fair, the amount of shots that have like missed the target in this game has been frustrating. But it's not going on in every single match, right? It's more just how many matches can you play against the same players, against the same tactics, the same formations. How on earth has that got through? Ugh. 11 shots to 4. 5.2 XG. Against the same meta, against the same AI defending, all of this just again and again and again and again and again. Bored of the game at the minute, just haven't got the urge to play. I say, been loving Pokemon off stream. I've even been playing some Supermarket Simulator. Oh, Battlefield. Still having a very good time on Boof. No. Put so much time and effort into the game, still can't improve. It is hard. Unfortunately, a lot of it is use the most meta stuff and just practice the most meta stuff. It's not... You don't need to get great at the core gameplay mechanics on these games each year. Because the meta stuff is so good and so powerful that you don't need to be amazing at build-up play or skill moves or anything like that if they aren't the meta. If the meta is getting into a position to finesse or trivela the ball from 30 yards, you can specifically get good at that one thing, and you'll beat people that are generally better than you at the game that aren't as good at that one mechanic as you. That's the frustration, I think, when it comes to improving. Like, obviously you can... Like, if you come up against someone and neither of you are abusing something super broken and you're just playing, then yeah, you should win if you're better. Of course, there are some stupid things that can happen. But for the most part, it should be the case. But the problem is, with the broken things that exist... You don't need to be... Like last year, if you were amazing at just getting in the position right here to bang it with Jordi Alba or Trivela 30 yards, you could score 5 of them a game, potentially. Whereas someone that has been playing the series for 10 years and has got really, really, like, good... at just playing good football, it doesn't matter. Grange, no, it was just your comment. Was just silly, wasn't it? I don't really know what else to say. Do you think the problem is that football is football, and after 15 to 20 years of playing the game, it's finally hitting burnout? The game this year is the best it's ever been, and it's Christmas time, and we're still bored of it. No. Because if that was the case, then I'd be bored of it when it first comes out. I'm not bored of this game. I'm bored of the way that people play it. I love the core gameplay on this game. It's great. But the fact that I have to come up against people that are sprinting around with DMs the entire time, doing the exact same plays every game, the same pinas in basically every single match, the same formations, just conceding finesse, 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 finesse right now. It's just the same. It's too repetitive. The core game is fine, but the way that the mechanics have been molded to create the meta this year is dull. And I mean, the last 3 years or so, a lot of it has been people spinning around on the edge of your box, but this year's been on another level with the way dribbling works. This is mad, by the way, if I lose this game. Try to do the meta build-up plays, etc. Most of the time you can't pull it off like other people. Then yeah, you would have to just practice that. Nothing stupid. Played someone in E-Prem qualifiers the other day, was 3-0 up 80th minute, couldn't break you down, started doing rainbow volleys, which glitched in, you won 3-2 and just about held on. Then moaned you didn't let him throw on goal, so he had no choice. Offside? What? I thought they were easily off. The fact that that's in the game, by the way, like, they've tried to patch that twice this year. I actually haven't come up against a single person that's done it, but I saw someone get called out for doing it in a tournament the other day. How is that a thing? And apparently on last gen, that's been a thing for like 4 years. Which is crazy. And like bicycle kicks from corners and stuff have existed for so damn long. It's mad. It truly is crazy. So yeah, for me, the burnout doesn't come from football or whatever. It comes from the way that the game is played. Which is why the Gauntlet and live tournaments, I can play those and have a relatively good time, the majority of the time, because they're not as sweaty. And you're also not... I think the main reason why they are a lot better, you aren't punished, for the most part, if when you come up against someone that is a mega sweat, you just leave. Whereas in Champs, obviously that's massive for your total number of wins. In Rivals, it could potentially mean that you get relegated if you keep doing that. But like in the Gauntlet earlier, in my last game that I needed to just play, I didn't need to win it, I could have just put my controller down and played it that way for the final game. I came up against someone that pretty much straight from kickoff did a player lock cancel, so I just left. Because I could, and it didn't impact me. So I can get away from the just absolute meta sweats and play a bit more normally and enjoy it. But because so many of the game modes are just built around constant winning, and again, the easiest way to do that, just abuse the meta as much as you can. That's where the boredom and stuff comes from. Right, that should be GG now. Which, thank God, because how we didn't win in normal time, I don't understand. Some of the shots that didn't go in this match. It's just stupid. I don't know if any of them will be in the highlights at the end that we can look at. But, I mean, nowadays you can't even see where you aimed in, like, the replays, can you? Which is just another stupid thing. Like, why don't we have the ability to save, like, full match replays and do analysis on our games if we wanted to improve and stuff? That was in games nearly 20 years ago, yet we still can't do it in this? Madness. Kobe Mainu scored a hat-trick. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Hashtag bring back Travella. Hell no. Hell no. But, like, are some of these in here? From normal time? No, it's only got the goals. Once again, another terrible, terrible feature. But hey-ho. Zach, thank you very much for the devotion, the continuation of the membership. You're an absolute hero. It obviously makes a massive, massive difference. So thank you for your continued support, generosity and all that good stuff. You're one of the legends. Wait, what? How have we gone up 8? Oh, 4 levels. Okay, I mean, we'll take them. So yeah, I really do appreciate it, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that is a hell of a long time. Hell of a long time. Madman for going for that long. Who's forced you to do it? 282. Draft token's always fun. 282. Kaka. Kaka? Ricardo Kaka. Okay. Sure. At work, it's been insane how many Black Ops 7 trade-ins you've seen. Went Battlefield this year, but from what you can tell, Black Ops not very well liked. I still haven't played it. After installing it, ready for release day, I still haven't played it yet. Where even is it? Here. I do want to. I've just been doing other stuff, like the focus on doing like the watch-alongs and stuff like that. Playing Battlefield with my mate on the nights where we're not doing watch-alongs and we're free. Other nights we've been doing other stuff, whether it's with like family, friends, girlfriend, etc. All of this just... Yeah. I've just still not touched it yet. James, yeah, it's pretty difficult. Goalkeeper movement is obviously a big thing. Oh, are these going to be 2 people? Oh. Did we get slagged off by the guy that... This was the guy. This was the guy. Who, within the first few minutes of a gauntlet game, was spamming player lock cancels. In gauntlet. Oops. Have some shame. So yeah, then they invited me to a party a couple of times. And sent us a message they weren't happy that we left it 0-0. GG, man. GG. Van Sara, sweeper keeper, just runs at them like a madman, stops and lets the ball run past him. Sounds about right, sadly, right now. It's sad. Downloaded No Man's Sky to play. Yeah, it had such an unbelievable revival. I think my mate sort of played through it properly a few years ago and really liked it. And apparently it's just been even better since. Apparently it's 50 to 60 hours to 100% it. I might have to do it. They replied to that message saying, "Lol, just jealous." Okay. Interesting. There are some very weird people that play this game. Oh! I tried to turn between the two of them. Get a little bit fancy on it with Sega. Big tackle, Marquinhos. Could be a great ball. Nope, because somehow he's got his head to it. But yeah, apparently it's really, really good. Black Ops 7 just to Black Ops 6 add-on. Jesus, the shot cancels and everything. Just not built for this sweat. Gary and Beza, thank you both for continuing once again. The crazy, crazy length. Multi-year memberships on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible to see. And we couldn't do this stuff without you. So thank you for the continued support over the years. Here's hoping you keep enjoying everything. We've got a lot of videos coming your way over the next 2 weeks. Potentially less streams and more videos. More reviews and stuff like that. Especially because it's Christmas time and just so many days of being busy. Oh. Bosh. Yeah, vlog should be good. And yeah, big mega one. Cantona! Thought you were cooking earlier being 7-3. You ended with 8 wins. How many wins do you average? Like if I say my average is 10 to 12, what would yours be? 8 to 10? Oh. Nice. Just bang one of them. No, they don't work very well. 8 to 10 being your absolute best. It's actually one of my frustrations with champs that I've talked about a few times recently. It doesn't really feel like, because of the way that champs matchmaking works, it unfortunately feels like you may as well just skip to the very end every week. Like, I'm currently 5-0. I've never got 13 wins since it moved to 15 games. I get between 10, sometimes 9, but on average this year, 10 to 12 is what I'm getting each week. We can fast forward this right now, and I'll be somewhere in that range. Because champs and the way it does matchmaking doesn't really allow for outliers. Like, again, in... what's it been now? Like 3 years of being 15 games in champs? I've not had a 13 once. I've probably had somewhere between 10 and 15 12-win runs, but not one that's been 13. I don't think I've... on a weekend where I've played all of the games properly, I don't believe I've got less than 9 wins in a single weekend since it went to 15 games. Like, surely there's... Surely in that amount of time, there should be an outlier where I just have a really, really bad week and I get 7 or 8 wins because I've just played poor. Maybe I've also been unlucky with matchmaking, whatever. And again, the same at the other end. Like, why can't there just be a week where I finally get that 13? It feels too limiting to the point where you just sort of play through your games and it's a bit monotonous because you pretty much know how it's going to end, regardless of how you start. Like, we're currently 6-0, but I would probably get the same amount of wins if I started 2-2. Or even 3-3 after the same amount of games. I think that's a bit frustrating. Okay. When you watch people play, you never see anyone chase the ball like you, so you draw your players out. Yeah, you need to... If you're pulling your players out, you need to be good with your aggression defensively, basically. Otherwise, you are hindering yourself by doing it. Like there, I've got to win the ball. Otherwise, my guy is out of position, and it's a big risk. Oh, that dribble was really close. As a proportion, is your amount of wins the same on average that it was for 40 and 20 games? What did you need for Elite 1? I think it was 32 wins out of 40 to get Elite 1. I believe my average was... Did I average Elite 1? Or was it just Elite? I can't remember. I don't know what you needed for each level of it. William, yeah, that's unfortunately the level that you have to go to if you really want to improve at stuff. There's not really a simpler way. That's a good ball. That's not what I pressed, though. Oh, our first player locker of champs for the night. Did we just leave? Because as I say, I just don't really care enough to play against that kind of player. Yeah, let's just move on. I don't enjoy playing against the sweats in any way, shape or form, so just move on. Next game. Get it over and done with. There's one out the way. Callum, it's going okay. It's just standard. As I say, champs is basically the same every single week. You know that you're going to come up against a load of sweaty players. You're going to come up against the same formations, tactics, players, cards, whatever. Oh, would you look at that? It's another Pina. And another, what, Salma. It's very, very repetitive and pretty boring. Champs. Whereas, again, another thing that I really enjoy about the gauntlet... I mean, how she missed the target. William, yeah, fair. But, Zach, I'd probably say no. I'd say it's probably lower now. Because of the way matchmaking works. And also, less interest in getting really, really good at the game. Because it's just not as enjoyable at the top level as it used to be. Due to all the tactics and everything. How has that got through? Use an 86 gold Messi for this week for your champs. Why not? And he's banging in all your goals. Hell yeah. Why not? Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, along with the gauntlet, like, to get the bonus objectives, you need to win. But for the majority of the objectives and packs and stuff, you don't need to win. You can just play. And your main aim is to score a goal in that game. You don't need to win it. If you're good enough, you'll probably get one of your gauntlet runs being really easy, and you'll get a 3 out of 3. Like, that's what happened to me. My first gauntlet run today, I flew through in, like, just over 15 minutes. It was ridiculously easy. I don't know why the matchmaking was so kind, but I'll take it. Oh. But the amount of different players that I see in the gauntlet compared to champs and rivals is just so good and so enjoyable to come up against so many different, like, past and present teams and stuff like that. I really like it. And again, less pressure on winning means less sweaty players. You still get the occasional ones, but I normally just leave against them. Because, yeah, I'd rather not play against you when I don't need to. Sure, if I come up against you... I mean, why has that not gone to the player that stood in front of him? What's happening there? But yeah, I'll have to play against you in Rivals and Champs. But if we're in a mode where I don't need to play against that level of player, I'm not going to willingly do it. I simply do not want to. God, this might be another one that we just leave. And all of a sudden the record looks a lot worse, but we all know how it's going to end anyway, so it really doesn't matter. That's a good goal, though. Nice cut inside. It is just a finesse plus. Of course it goes in. But the skill move was nice. Quick turnaround as well. You're a 7-win player and you went 0-6 in your first run and just easily got 7 wins in your set usual games you win in. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous how well the matchmaking works in that regard, that you will not finish outside your normal range of wins. Your range of wins is probably like a set of 3 numbers. So whether you're 6 through 8, 8 through 10, 10 through 12, that's probably your range, is 3 numbers. And you just don't finish outside of it because of, yeah, how well the matchmaking works for the system that they have in place. Mental that you've not got in the way there. Ugh. Do you think if FIFA's game doesn't have play styles, etc., EAFC numbers could fall? The numbers of this game series plummet whenever the new FIFA releases, regardless of what it's like. Because people just want something else. The goals beta is apparently pretty decent. I haven't tried it out, but I think that came out on PS5 this weekend, a closed beta. Like, they have a mechanic in their game to prevent you from passing around the back. If you hold on to the ball for too long in your own third, a like red zone starts progressing up the pitch from the goal line up the pitch, and if you enter into that red zone, you lose possession. They get like an indirect free kick or something like that. So there's some quirky mechanics like that, I haven't really seen much of the gameplay to know what it plays like. I think you obviously have to play these kind of games to truly feel for yourself anyway. But, yeah, that game, whenever it comes out, the next actual FIFA, will just sell really well because it's called FIFA. I wonder if they will even bother with like a demo, a beta, or anything like that. I think there's a world where they just go for it whenever it comes out. And people buy it because FIFA's back. Oh, I don't like FC. I loved FIFA. Let me get FIFA. And they'll have there will be a worrying amount of people that have no idea that FIFA was made by EA, and they think that it's going to be the same as the old FIFAs. If it plays like 17, which is ambitious, you definitely play it. I mean, this is the closest game we've had to FIFA 17 gameplay, and people still hate this one. I mean, it's just garbage. Just absolute garbage. I understand the pause before kicking off there. That's you collecting your thoughts and just thinking, dear God, this is dreadful. What am I putting myself through here? It's not so much the game that annoys you, it's the community and constant meta hunting. But that ain't going to change. Whenever the new FIFA comes out, it will be identical. Basically, any online multiplayer game, the instant that it's out, you have people hunting for the meta of whatever it is. Like, I know, like, it's always been the case, but now it's just a bit more problematic because everything is built so competitively. In the past, oh, mental. The meta would be going on YouTube and searching, like, what's the best or fastest way to level up on this game? And people would be like, oh, there's these different game modes. Maybe you can go into this one. If you get more headshots with your weapon, you'll get more XP and stuff like that. Whereas nowadays it will be like, no, this is the exact thing that you need to do. You need to go and get a riot shield. You need to go and sit in a corner on this specific map, on this specific mode, and the AI is going to shoot you. You're going to sit there for half an hour doing absolutely nothing, and that's how you grind your XP. It's just like... There seems to nowadays be no enjoyment in... experimentation, exploration. It's, how can I do this thing as quickly as possible after buying the game? I want to play this game as little as possible to get to the end point. And that's just sad. I understand it when, like, maybe something's a massive grind, right? And, like, a task in a game might be... It feels like I've got to sit in this area and do this same thing 1,000 times in order to level up my character or something. When in reality, if you go to this different area, there's a new level of enemy where you only have to get, like, 30 kills or something. Like, sure, that's different. That's just more of a guide, rather than... How can we abuse the game to get this done as quick as possible? It's just stupid, isn't it? That interception's gone huge. William, thank you very much for the TikTok gifts. I appreciate it. Don't know why TikTok just seemed to completely die today and just fell out of the FYP after like 10 minutes and never got back there. So I appreciate the couple of you that have been chilling on there. Oh my god. But this will be my 9th game. I mean, we're 2.5 minutes away from Man United kicking off, so I'll potentially finish this one, have a bit of a break, watch the United game, and then do the rest later tonight. I just can't be bothered. Hopefully people come in. No, the total number of views for this stream over 3 and a bit hours on TikTok is insanely low. I don't know what it is with the discoverability when you stream this game. It feels like either it hits off and that's it. It's going to be a solid stream. You're going to have like 20 plus people in there for the entire time on TikTok. Or you might have a few people at the beginning and then that's it. You'll probably have 2 for the rest of it, with hardly any new people coming in. Watch along for United games to celebrate 10k. No. Otherwise we would have stopped playing this game a while ago. I don't have anything prepped. We celebrated 10k during the last one, as we got it near the end of the game. So no, not today. Milk it. No. It starts in 1 minute. I have nothing prepped. And I also just can't be bothered. I've still got, what, 6 more games to play of this. I've got a calendar to sort. Not United games, just in general next stream. Could do. It's more so now about putting some time into getting some more edited content out instead of just green screen stuff. Oh, how is none of it a foul? I'm just so done. Oh god, I thought it was full time in this one. We're only at half time. When you used to go live on here, if you say like certain words, you get shadow banned. I mean, there are things that you can say and then it will pop up and say that your access is like limited. I don't exactly know what triggers that to happen. At times in the past, when I've used the TikTok streaming software rather than my Streamlabs, because of the way that it has to be set up, it thinks that my face cam is hidden behind other stuff, and so therefore it thinks that it's not my content, and therefore the stream will get like temporarily restricted for unoriginal content when it's me on my stream. Which just, I mean, TikTok is just a mess when it comes to the administration of stuff and moderation of certain things. Like, I won't say what I said the other day, but I got banned for 3 days on the football account for answering a question that someone asked that you can do videos about. Your entire account can be dedicated to doing videos on this topic, but if you talk about it on stream, nope, 3-day ban immediately. Appeal it, because it was probably a 30-second conversation on a on a watch-along stream. Nope, denied. And the craziest part is that I've definitely talked about that kind of thing many times. So whether it picked up specific words that I haven't normally used, maybe that's it. So, for example, if you asked me if I'd put anything on the Man United game tonight, and I said, oh yeah, Bruno shot on target, I think he'll get booked as well, that'll be fine. But if you use specific words to do with what that is called, bang! Which is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. But it is what it is. It was only a 3-day thing. And it was perfectly fine after that. We've not had any problems, so it's all good. All good there. Oh, David, I've just seen... Oh, I don't get that in my Streamlabs, like, notification feed that you had a 35 stream streak 4 days ago. Need to touch grass. GG. You were 0-2, but now 6-2. Nice. Still think it was ridiculous. I do, but it's consistent with the rest of the platform. Like, I then searched for multiple other streams to look for that kind of thing, and none existed. So to be fair to them, that does seem to be their guidelines. It's just really bizarre that it's perfectly fine in videos but not streams. But yeah, I've got 6 games left. I think I'm going to have a bit of a break from it, though. Get the Man United game on, and then do the rest of them in a little bit. And go from there, really. I am recording with Tom tomorrow morning. So I am going to try and turn that video around tomorrow. So I'll probably also record one of just like looking through all the Winter Wildcard stuff, because basically all of it seems to have leaked. So we can have a look through all of that on a video. Like Ronaldinho is getting a card. What is his... One sec. Yeah, the rest of the games would be off stream. I won't start it up again just to do a few more games of champs. No, thank you. I was just going to check, though, because Ronaldinho is in the next promo. I don't understand why they didn't put him in Joga Bonito, but they'll put him in Winter Wildcards. He's going up to 94. Are these official stats? I think so. And instead of Trickster Plus, he's getting +1s on all of his stats, other than defending, which is a +2. Huge, I know. But instead of Trickster Plus, he's going to have Finesse and Technical Plus. Like, is that card going to be like 15 mil? Ibra is going to have Acrobatic and Low Driven Plus. And go up to a 93. So yeah, we're going to look at all of these things in a video that I'll put out. Zidane is in there, and he's got Tiki Taka Plus. I don't know why there's 2 Zidanes here. Instead of Incisive. Usman Dembele is getting 2 cards. One with Incisive, one with Low Driven. Gabriel is going to have Pace. Jonathan Tah. Claudia Pina's getting 2 cards. So that's going to be fun. Let's just very quickly check, before we end off, how these cards compare to her base. Base, buttery biscuit base. She's getting a left wing and a striker. The striker still has Low Driven Plus. +4 pace, 4 shooting, 3 passing, 2 dribbling, 5 physical. The left wing, Technical Plus, +6 pace, 3 shooting, 4 passing, 3 dribbling, 3 physical. Rodman's getting another card. Yep, not enough already. That's good. Valverde's getting another card. Okay. Well, we'll look through it all. Yeah, I mean, looking at that, Dino and Ibra are the only two cards with playstyle, with two playstyle pluses. So, okay. We'll see. YouTube have created a YouTube Create app available on Android and iOS. Enjoy the ability to edit and publish on the go since it connects directly to your YouTube channel. Interesting. Okay. Sure. So yeah, I'll do the rest of the games off stream. I'm gonna go and watch Man U, and that's gonna be that. We'll probably have 2 videos going up tomorrow, and then a load of videos going up of like some reviews and some other stuff as well. Maybe some reactions, maybe some discussion videos as well about everywhere that the game is at right now, and go from there. So. I would also like to do at least one stream this week of a different game, whether that is some Rocksmith or whether it is playing something like a Crash. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And I would say I'll like upload my Champs rewards, but I won't because they're not worth uploading this year. They're just crap. If I get something unbelievable, you'll see it on Twitter, I guess. But I highly doubt it. So thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Enjoy the football. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.